The Christmas Cat Conspiracy by K.R.M. Morgan. I am Ezekiel, a large ginger tomcat with fur as bright as the sunrise and the ability to see the magic that dances through the air of this ancient city called Rome. I share my home with Father Thomas O'Neill, a kind-hearted priest who believes in ghosts, miracles, and the spirit of Christmas. Little does he know that, while he sleeps peacefully in our cozy apartment, I often slip away into the enchantress night, my heart full of courage and my paws ready for adventure. One chilly December evening, as the stars twinkled like tiny lights overhead, I felt a tremor in the magical energy that flowed beneath the cobbled streets. A shadow loomed, darker than the midnight sky, and I knew trouble was afoot. As I padded through the narrow, winding alleys of Rome, jazzed up by the sweet scent of roasted chestnuts, I caught the faint wisps of an evil plan unfolding. And before I could finish my third swirl of excitement, I was face to face with none other than Lucifer, a large black feral cat with a mischievous gleam in her piercing green eyes. "Oh, Ezekiel," she purred, her voice smooth as silk but laced with malice. "Why do you wander these streets when you could be basking in warmth? Or is it you plan to spoil my fun this Christmas?" I puffed out my chest. "What fun?" I demanded, my tail twitching. "You're up to no good, Lucifer. I can feel the mischief radiating from you." Lucifer chuckled, a sound like brittle leaves crunching underfoot. "Oh, my dear Ginger, you're far too late to stop me. On Christmas Eve, I shall lead the feral cats and their mouse companions to sneak into every home in Rome and steal all the presents. Can you imagine the chaos? The looks on the children's faces. I felt a wave of panic surge through me. Christmas was a time for joy, laughter, and kindness. How could she turn it into a night of despair? "I won't let that happen," I declared, my resolve hardening. "I will gather the other magical beings of Rome and thwart your plan." With that mission buzzing in my head, I set off through the winding streets. I first approached the spirits of ancient Roman heroes, long since passed but still roaming the shadows of the city. They were flitting about in an ethereal manner, telling tales of their past exploits. "Ghostly friends," I called, trying to capture their attention. "Lucifer is plotting a Christmas caper that could ruin the holiday for all the children in Rome. We must band together to stop her." The ghost of Julius Caesar floated closer, his transparent figure glowing in the moonlight. "Fear not, brave cat. We shall lend our powers to help you." Next, I sought out the fairies who danced among the flowers in the gardens of Villa Borghese. Their tiny, tinkling laughter filled the air as they flitted around. But their expressions shifted when I explained Lucifer's plan. "We will sprinkle our magic dust on the cats," chirped one fairy, fluttering her wings. "They can't steal presents if they don't see them." And finally, I made my way to the dark corners of Rome where the goblins often dwelt. Though they were mischievous, they shared a love for Christmas just like any other creature. I made my case, my voice steady yet pleading. "We need your cleverness, dear goblins. Can you help us set up traps for Lucifer?" With laughter much like the clanging of pots, they agreed to assist me. "We live for pranks, dear Ezekiel. Just wait till you see our tricks." As we gathered in the shadow of the Colosseum, I could feel the excitement crackling through the air. By moonlight, Lucy's fur would be thwarted. On Christmas Eve, I lay beside Father Thomas, feigning sleep, but my heart raced with anticipation. I felt the world outside beckon me, and as soon as Thomas began to snore lightly, I bolted out of the apartment and into the night. The streets were alive with the spirit of Christmas, but beneath that hustle and bustle, I knew that Lucifer and her gang were already gathering. I could see them lurking, ready to rush into homes. Behind the cover of night, the ghosts wove through the streets, twinkling lights dancing around them. Fairies sprinkled magic dust over the feral cats to keep them hidden, while the goblins set clever traps that looked like gifts themselves. It was a sight to behold. When Lucifer enacted her plan, demanding the feral cats and mice to attack the houses, they tripped over the goblin traps. There were shrieks, yowls, and much confusion as the cats tried to reclaim their balance, thwarted by their own schemes. I stood tall, my courage ignited. "Lucifer, you cannot ruin Christmas for the children," I declared, my supernatural powers glowing around me like a warm embrace. With the help of my magical friends, we created a barrier of light that surrounded Lucifer, trapping her in a shimmering glow. "Let me go," she yowled, but our unity was stronger than her darkness. With Lucifer contained, I turned to the citizens of Rome. "Let's bring joy, not despair. Spread kindness this Christmas and treasure these moments." And so, Christmas was saved. The citizens left offerings of food for the feral cats instead, ensuring they felt loved and welcome too. As the sun rose on Christmas Day, Father Thomas smiled warmly at my cozy purring beside him. He had no idea of the cosmic battle fought in the shadows of Rome. But I purred on, content that my city was full of laughter and love once more. As another year passed in the heart of Rome, I knew that whenever evil threatened, I would always be ready to protect Christmas and the magic that filled our beloved city. Ezekiel and Father Thomas O'Neill are characters who appear in this Christmas story and in the more grown-up supernatural thriller series, The Tavish Stewart Adventures, available on Amazon and from all good bookshops.